Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're coming to you today from Houmas House Gardens up by Darrow, Louisiana, and I'm with Kevin Kelly, who is the owner of Houmas House. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
This is your passion. When did you acquire Houmas House?
I bought it in 2003, and since then we've been just renovating it and creating new gardens, creating new attractions, restaurants, ballrooms, anything to attract people.
Tell me about the gardens.
We have 38 acres of gardens. We've got the most beautiful live oak trees imaginable. Most of them are in the 600-year category. Most people think the trees were planted when they built the house, but the Houmas Indians were here, and that's why the house is named Houmas House. Houmas Indians were here since about 1200, and they planted the trees. You might not know it, but these trees right here are 85 foot tall. Live oak trees are supposedly only grow to 55 foot, but these are so old. And our gardens were always full of colorful tropical plants, but it's partially the statuary and the different ornamentation that we have in the gardens that make it so enjoyable. But then we have our ponds.
And you've got wildlife that seemingly love that pond.
We've got swans, we've got ducks, we've got peacocks, all kinds of animals are wandering around. We have a few owls, we have an eagle that's living here now.
On the grounds where we're standing right now in front of the house, you actually have dining here.
Yeah, we love to have great big dinner parties, wine tastings, dinners with pairings. So at one long table here, we can seat 200 people. And then of course we can do other tables around. For the holidays like Mother's Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, we do large buffets on the front lawn, and they are just wonderful. But we have backup facilities, so if the weather's not nice, it can move in, your event's not canceled. We do great weddings out here. The brides love walking down this alleyway of oaks and getting married on the front porch of the house. In fact, my two dogs got married here. It's a big canvas, and you create what you want on this canvas.
Yeah, you have to back up the dining great chefs. And you also have an indoor dining that is, you have several options.
We actually have 3 restaurants now. One is Latil's Landing. That's a high-end tasting menu. Chef Jeremy Langlois is our executive chef, and he has wonderful menus that change frequently. Basically nightly they change according to what's the freshest, most wonderful thing to dine with. Typically they're 5 courses with wine pairings. And then we have our Carriage House restaurant, which is in a reproduction of a Greek Revival ballroom. James Galliard designed this building, which was created for Houmas House, but wasn't built previously. And then I rebuilt it. And it's open for lunch and dinner every day, 7 days a week. And it's wonderful Louisiana-style menu, seasonals. And then our new Great River Road Museum has a new restaurant. It's called Dixie. And it's all about quick dining, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, buffet, and your traditional Louisiana favorites.
You had movies filmed here.
Well, the most famous movie here until recently was Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte with Bette Davis. It was quite well known, and she drove her car right down the alley of Oaks to arrive at the house and then departed that way. It's a very famous scene. Just a couple of years ago, The Green Book was filmed here. There was a cocktail party right in the front of the house here. Of course, it won the Academy Awards. It was internationally well known. I was in China last year promoting Houmas House. When they introduced me, they say, he's the owner of the house that was in the Green Book, and we had several million hits because The Green Book was such a popular movie in China, which really surprised me. But it was a wonderful story, and it was really well done.
Your piano's in that movie.
I have a Steinway piano. The great pianist played it in the movie, and that was a wonderful touch too. Everybody wants to come play the piano now.
You just added a bridge to cross the river.
Our latest addition is a major bridge. It sort of looks like Monet's Japanese bridge. It's arched as it goes over River Road, and it connects our gift shop to the river, and guests can then take the handicapped accessible bridge over River Road, so it's nice and safe to the top of the levee, and you can view the river there. Coming in another year and a half will be a docking facility in the Mississippi River where the steamboats will be able to dock, and guests will be able to leave their room, visit Houmas House, and return all handicapped accessible, wheelchair without assistance or a walker without assistance. It's going to be a major change for Houmas House because we'll have a steamboat docked here every day with new tourists coming.
So guests leave their room. You have lodging here too.
Yes, we have a 21-room bed and breakfast or an inn here. It's very luxurious. It's like you're staying in the house, but you're not staying in the house.
And when you come here, you have a lot of artifacts.
I love collecting, I love shopping. That's kind of why I wanted to do this, to show how I think these houses would have been decorated and how they were lived in the early 1800s. The furniture is anywhere from about 1750 to about 1860.
And you've just added a museum.
Yes, the Great River Road Museum is a 30,000 square foot museum telling about life on the Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. It's about the steamboats and how the people lived on the river, the battles on the river. There's a great military section in there. It's about the food. It's about Mardi Gras' connection to the river because several of the Mardi Gras crews have their royalty arrived by barge on the Mississippi River to New Orleans. It's just a cornucopia of history on the River Road, and it takes several hours to see it in itself. So people are a little surprised when they can't do it in an hour or two. And the Musée Conti Wax Museum was also donated to the museum. And the wax items aren't done like they were at the Wax Museum. These become part of the exhibits.
You have a Japanese garden. What is the story with that?
Well, we call it the Oriental Garden. Most gardens at historic plantations are flat gardens because the land is flat here. And I wanted something that was different. So I wanted something that could have a hill and have a bridge and waterways going through it. So an Oriental garden made sense. And it's got a great big waterfall in it. But it's got a tea house up at the top, so you can go to a turtle bar and collect a drink and go spend the afternoon sitting in the tea house enjoying your favorite beverage.
And that overlooks an area that's the amphitheater.
That's the amphitheater. We do arts and crafts festivals, art walks. The symphony comes and plays sometimes. It's about a 50,000 square foot amphitheater, all set with dancing fountains. I look at Houmas House as it's sort of the Disneyland for adults. Yes, kids are welcome, they're most welcome, and pets are welcome. But this is for people who want to enjoy the arts, enjoy living, enjoy food, dining, drinking, whatever it might be. It's a place to celebrate.
So do you have a website?
Yes, we do. It's houmashouse.com, HOUMASHOUSE.com.
So if anybody wants to book a room or come on a tour, they can go to your website and find out how to get it done.
They can do it right online.
Kevin, I want to thank you for being on Celebrating Culture. And Houmas House is just a fabulous place. The food is incredible, and just the ambiance when you come here to take in, it's just a favorite for so many people.
Well, thank you for letting the world know about us.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of Celebrating Culture. It's in Italian.